Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by Double Bookings. We made it work this week. It is February. It is February 2024, and we are playing Mistborn, Rebels Without a Cause, episode 16. I am Ian, the narrator, and we have...
I'm Katelyn, playing Mildred Hofquarter.
I am M, playing Windslorp.
Excellent. Do you guys remember what you did last session?
We burned it to the ground.
Yes.
And by it, I mean the apothecary.
Yes.
And by we, I mean mostly Windslorp.
Me. And
we
also
toppled
took
the
down
great house.
Yes, we took it down.
And we planted an incriminating book.
Yes.
Yep.
Which was very good.
We had a little moonlit jaunt.
No, it was definitely a good, successful mission. You guys wreck-rolled a great house. And yeah, so the houses are shaken because that's two heads of houses dead. Now, one house is fully sank. The other is still doing okay.
And by the other, you mean Venture, right?
Yeah, I mean Venture. Yeah. Yes, correct. And then that's a bunch of other houses are looking pretty weak, with the rebellions and this and that. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, was summoned to the execution square for a special execution just the other day. Or it can be the same day. I don't know how fast you guys want to react to this news. But everyone was summoned, and the head of the rebellion, the infamous, what is his name? Calcier, the only person who's ever gone to the pits of Hathsin and lived. Calcier, the ruler, or the lord, not lord, the leader of the rebellion, was basically brought out, and he fought one of the inquisitors. Yeah, the guys with spikes in their eyes, and managed to kill one. And then the Lord Ruler immediately just decapitated him. And the Lord Ruler's like, this is how strong I am.
God damn.
Yeah, because y'all know how strong the Inquisitors are.
Yeah.
The Inquisitors are pretty much unkillable. You've never heard of anyone killing them. They're godlike. And Calcier somehow managed to beat one, which is an incredible feat unto its own. It was a crazy battle. The nobles had front row seats pretty much. And then after Calcier killed him, he's like, and just looks at the Lord Ruler, and the Lord Ruler just instantly decapitates him. And he's like, what now? He's like, you don't
with what?
Nothing. He just took an axe and used allomancy and just flung it through him.
Cool.
And just didn't even bat an eyelash.
That's
also
wild.
Yeah. No, the Lord was like, this is how powerful I am. None of you, it's irrelevant to fight me. Don't even try. And then just walked away, basically.
God damn.
Which he's pissed. You've never heard of him this pissed. Fun fact about being in the Lord Ruler's presence.
It's not nice.
It's not nice.
Feels
well, you are both nobles, so you've had people. Actually, one of you is a Mistborn, so you really know. You've had people use allomantic pushing and pulling on your emotions before, so you know what it feels like. The Lord Ruler, well, it just people can push or pull your emotions to make you feel happy or sad or and some people do it in a way that you don't really know that you're being manipulated, and some people do it in a way that you do know you're being manipulated, and even though you can't fully stop it. It's a weird, like, when you know it's easier to stop it, especially like after the fact, you can like kind of be like, why the heck, was I feeling that way? When it's subtle and like done by a master manipulator, you're like, I don't even remember anyone, trying to sway me or push me into doing this. The Lord, being in the Lord Ruler's presence is just wave after wave of the strongest pushing and pulling of just give up, do what I tell you, surrender, rat out your friends. Just life is pointless without my existence. It is, oh boy, it's a lot.
Would that have been Windslorp's first time experiencing that? Because he hasn't been in the city very long.
Possibly.
Poor little guy.
Yeah. A lot of people don't go in front of the Lord Ruler. So yeah.
Unless they have to.
Yeah, unless they have to. Because it's just constant, I'm better than you. Don't even bother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some pretty bad experiences in the orphanage, though, so, ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah. So that was, again, that was either earlier today or a day or two ago, however you guys want to play it. But that execution happened, and the city is...
Did we know, like, we're in a cell, so, like, we don't know who are in other cells, but did we know him as the rebellion leader? Is this news to us?
Okay, everyone knew that Calcier, the survivor of Hastin, was the leader of the rebellion.
Okay, right.
That was fairly what... It was a secret.
He was like outlaw style Robin Hood type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a quote unquote secret, but it was like he made public appearances to the SCA, and like Jesus showed himself and was like, "Look at me, I survived past sin. Y'all can, fight against the Lord Ruler now." And people were like, "Oh my God, it's the leader of the rebellion."
And so everybody's a little shaken, probably.
Yeah, everybody is shook, very shook. The streets are quiet. There's a curfew been enacted, or mostly a curfew. It's still on party days. It's not really hell. It's a loose curfew. Yeah, it's some of the parties were canceled. It's getting serious out there.
And has there been any more news or like any more developments with the house that we incriminated with the book, not to kill the food house, Erikell?
Erikell?
Yeah. Because we said they were like hurting and sowed a lot of seeds.
They're hurting a lot right now. They lost that food shipment, right? And it was paid for. A lesser noble's house bought that food shipment. And it was a lot of luxury goods in that food shipment. So it was pretty pricey stuff, and they lost it. Now, obviously, House Tequil was implemented as the people who took that shipment. However, the shipment was never recovered. And House Tequil was killed and all this. So House Tequil
is still on the hook.
Never got any money. And the lesser noble who ordered that shipment is demanding a full refund or another shipment.
Right.
So House Erikell is hurting hard. The cost of sugar has skyrocketed.
Oh no!
It's
my
again.
Stones.
Yeah. It's hard to be a noble right now. There's no cake to be found anywhere.
There's but my tea time.
Yeah. It's luxury food is expensive right now. Yeah. It's
okay.
It's been
Mm-hmm. 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 Your classic, fancy truffles and caviar. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Are there parties coming up? Like what does our schedule look like? What are okay? Mm, mm. Has I'm just thinking, what is where are we going next in our schedule? Well, just sort of generally, we saw an execution. We're a little shook. Everything's a little shook. I mean, thinking sort of in character, I don't know if Mildred is definitely, I mean, shook. That's crazy, but isn't. I don't think she didn't need the inspiration of a Jesus figure to want to burn it all down, So we're steadfast. We're holding to it. We're not worried that direction. So I guess I'm wondering where to next. I don't know if Windslorp is feeling similar or.
Yeah, I'm pretty devastated, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So do we need a couple of days for you to be a little boy and play with your raccoon and frolic and get some sunshine?
I think that would definitely help me get back on track a little bit. Maybe
I can't offer you cookies because of the aforementioned sugar problem, but in full grandma fashion, she's found, I don't know, some really old hard candies from somewhere in her knitting bag.
Windslorp's actually kind of weird and doesn't love sweets. Windslorp's more of a savory type.
Well, then, we got a lot of cheese and crackers and we'll make do.
Yeah. Windslorp likes jerky.
Because it travels well, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, so much so that sometimes Windslorp will go out into the yard and create a little fire pit and like he'll find like small animals and kill them and gut them and turn them into jerky himself because he learned that at the orphanage. He had to survive somehow.
Feral wild child. As long as you clean up after yourself, young man.
Yes. So Windslorp does have you'll notice this sometimes Windslorp will have little dead animals here and there because of of that.
To clarify that you are being humane and not a psychopath.
Oh no.
Hunting for food.
Yeah, I eat
not
them.
leaving entrails all over my garden, young man.
No.
So if Windslorp is feeling some type of way, then we're probably going to lay low for a day or two and like see what our schedule has and not. Yeah, like we're not going to react that quickly then.
No.
So what is there stuff that we are invited to, or like is there stuff that we'll need to make appearances at that we can sort of chill for a bit and then go to the next thing? Well, mm-hmm.
I mean, oftentimes in medieval culture, they would have little tea parties for the gossip and whatnot. It wasn't necessarily for like celebration, but it was for like to just have back in the 1800s they would call it like bitch the pot, where they would like go around. This is an old piece of slang actually, and where that's the old slang that they would have for throwing a tea party. And gossip was a huge way of people just like, they didn't have the news. So
it'd be more gossip.
Like, especially after something like this, I assume there at least might be one or two, you got to keep the morale up. It's not like the nobles are like, they're
not mad about him dying. No.
I'm sure there would be some stuff like that. Just specifically because, you're not allowed to have bad feelings. Everything has to be great and peachy.
That's very true. Was there anything noticeable other than T-Flip and killed an Inquisitor? Like, were there other people?
Yeah, that's insane.
Things to pay attention to? Like, did I notice anything that I would want to try to find intel about? Mm-hmm. Do we know how, other than like mad skills, or did it?
That's insane.
Okay, where did you get that then?
Yes. Yes. Oh yes. How can? Mm, yeah, I think it's safe to do that. Right. The fighters? Oh, perfect. Erikell? No, oh, Ian. No, Ian. What was the boy's name again? Ladrian. Okay. Oh yeah, my kind of guy. Yes. Yes. Mm. Yes, let's go play Dueling Canes. Yes. Yes. Of course, I won't break any bones. I cannot promise that I won't give him some bruises, but I won't break any bones. Nope. Mm-hmm. Physique. Oh, so that's 2. Uh, okay, that's 4d6. All right, what we got? Yeah, good. I got a 3, 2 6s, and a 2. Yeah, double 6 isn't good, is it? Yeah. Yes. Right. Mm-hmm. Oh God. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. My raccoon's in a tree watching. I would I would like the raccoon to drop my bone and obsidian ceremonial knife out of its bag into my hand. Am I able to parry around um Ladrian and okay. Yes. It's This 46. Okay. Yeah. So I slip around behind him with the knife at his throat, and I whisper in his ear, "If you want to keep your life, you're gonna be a really good boy. You understand?" Perfect. My raccoon comes and swiftly grabs the knife out of my hand and puts it in the bag and scurries off before anybody can see what's going on through all the commotion. Just. We were just playing. Ladrian didn't like that I beat him in a dueling cane game, but that's okay, right, Ladrian? You like jerky, right? I have some frog jerky. Do you want a snack? Okay. Oh, sorry. I walk up. I walk up to. I walk up beside her, and I tug on her. I tug on her dress a little bit, and I beckon her to come down because I want to whisper in her ear. Yeah, in Juliana's ear. You had best teach your boy a little bit of self-restraint, lest he wants to keep his life. I stare her dead in the eyes, and I tell her, I'm of the Erikeller bloodline. You should know. You should know, you should understand how powerful I can be. Yes, that's yeah, yeah. Because I'm orphaned. No, this is news. I haven't disclosed this. This is part of my backstory because I was an orphan. Ah. I look at Mildred and I say, I just wanted him to get hurt as much as I did. Oh, I. Like I said, Mildred, like I said, we all have our secrets. You're wondering where I got the bolt gun from, I assume. Ah, yes. I can't quite remember. It was. I don't have a lot of memory from earlier on in my life. All I remember is that I'm from that family. Well, I do have several secrets, but I'm not sure if I can trust you with all of them quite yet. but don't worry, Mildred. You can trust me. Well, so you see, it's a bit complicated, my situation, and I wouldn't want to shock you too much with too much information, but that particular information, being that I'm of the Erikell bloodline, should come in very handy for you, and I have ways of being able to have some sway within the family. So I think we should focus on this particular family that we're chatting with for now. It seems it's yes. It seems as though they really have a lot of disdain for the Erikell family, as you could see by Juliana's response to my. Because I wanted to see how she would react to that. Yes. I could tell that she wasn't very good at concealing her emotions. She was very forthright with how she was expressing them. You could tell that she was very mad the entire time that I bested her son. Yes, and yes, and so I've got a sneaking suspicion that since I'm just an 8-year-old boy, I don't really know how all of this works, but I have a sneaking suspicion that potentially the Erikell bloodline does have a bit more sway than theirs does. So I would like to be able to play that card when we need to, and I would prefer to keep them as potentially a leverage point, so to speak. Okay, I will tell you another thing. I do have connections in the arms dealing district. Yes. Even though I'm 8 years old, I've it might not make sense to you, but once the time is right, all of this will make sense to you. If yes, I would like to keep this under wraps for now. There is going to be a point where I cannot hide any of this from you, and I would like to keep it in a place where it comes to more of a dire situation before I really start to speak on any of this. But thank you. Oh, I do trust you. This particular situation is more so that we have the upper hand when we need it. As you can tell, I'm not a dumb little boy. I may do dumb things, but I'm not a dumb little boy. Yes. No. Yes. Potentially. Do you think we should try and infiltrate their house to some regard? Try and find some intel, perhaps? That's true. That's true. But right. Right. Say we have the means. Do you think this would be a wise choice, or would you prefer to not quite yet? That's right. Right. All right. What? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shame. Mhm. Yeah. I was M as Windslorp.